My name is Brian Mills, and I would like to welcome you back to the channel, where not only do we talk about great stocks, but we also talk about great books. Listen, family, I know there's a lot of talk in the news about the market. Is the market on a reversal to the downside? Is the market crashing? Well, family, all we can do is take a look at the technicals. All right, let the technicals be our indication of the forward pattern or the forward movement of the market. All right, now what I have here is the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500 is an ETF comprised of the top 500 traded companies. All right, the top 500 publicly traded companies. Now, when we take a look at the chart here, what I have is the weekly candles. So each candle represents 1 week of trading. So we take a look at the past 2 weeks. Now the past 2 weeks we have had two red candles. So we are actually reversing to the downside. But again, if you've been following my channel, you know how I feel about the 20-day moving average. So the indicator that I have on the chart is the 20-day moving average. And I've said this over and over and over again. The 20-day moving average is like a rubber band. The stocks never move too far away from the 20-day moving average. All right. So once it goes up, we're going to snap back to the 20. Now, we came below. But again, we snapped back to the 20. We went above the 20-day moving average. We snapped back to the 20. All right. We hung around the 20. We move away from the 20. Now, what do you guys expect the S&P 500 ETF to do? We should be coming back down to the 20-day moving average. All right. So we should have more of a downward trend back to the 20-day moving average. It's basic a pattern. All right. So once you begin to recognize this pattern, we recognize that there are opportunities where we can get out, we can sit on the sideline, or we can invest in other opportunities. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the daily chart here. All right. So the daily chart again gives us a more deeper look into the momentum and the movement of the stock. So we can see here we moved away from the 20-day moving average, but we came back to the 20. We rode along the 20-day moving average, but we were trending upward. All right, we got away, we came back, we got away. Now we come back to the 20-day moving average. Now the question is, how far will we stay above or below this 20-day moving average? Now we do have a crossover on the MACD. We do have a crossover on February 19th. Which is an indication that the momentum will be trending to the downside. Now, again, once we do have a crossover on the MACD, that doesn't always indicate that we're going to reverse to the downside. We may have some sideways movement. So it could just stay in that same little area and just trade sideways for a while. But as of right now, we do have a reversal in pattern to the downside. All right. Now, when we go back to the weekly chart, as I've stated before, we never get away too far away from the 20-day moving average. And when you see this, there are stocks that you can buy that bet against the overall market. Okay. There are stocks that bet against the overall market. So instead of having to short a stock or take a short position stock or place put options, you can actually purchase stocks that bet against the overall market. All right. And this is one of those stocks. All right. So this is ProShares short S&P 500. So ProShares, what this stock does is it actually shorts the S&P 500. And so you can see here we have a strong downward trend. And this is the reason why, because when the S&P 500 is trending up, the S&P short is trending down. All right. And when the S&P trends down, the ProShares short trends up. So as we can see, the past 2 weeks, we've had some red candles. On SH, we've had some green candles. Now, again, this is a great opportunity to bet against the market. So when S&P gets too far away from that 20-day moving average, You can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take me a small position in SH. All right, you could take a small position in SH and you can ride that up. All right. So again, this is one opportunity where you could take advantage of a down market. All right, here's another one, which is the SQQQ. And so what this does is this shorts the ETF, the QQQ. Now the QQQ is an ETF that tracks the top 100 stocks in the Nasdaq. When QQQ is going up, SQQQ is trending down. But when QQQ is trending down, SQQQ is trending up. Let me see, I don't have that up. And one of the reasons why I use Yahoo Finance is because it's so easy to navigate. I do have Thinkorswim platform installed, but I don't really use it too much anymore. And here are the QQQs. So as we can see, need to make sure we have the MACD here. All right, and so as we can see here, the past 2 weeks of the QQQ, they have been trending down. And the SQQ for the past 2 weeks, as you can see, the QQQs were on a strong upward trend. So the SQQQ has been on a strong downward trend. But the last 2 weeks, we can see that the SQQ is trying to trend up and is trying to trend up to that 20-day moving average. The SQQQ shorts the QQQ. All right, so this is another opportunity where you can make money on the way down. All right, so we pull up these charts here. And we can see here with the QQQ on the daily chart, we had the crossover on 218 on the MACD, crossing over, going down, and we've had strong momentum to the downside. So knowing this strong momentum to the downside, that presents a great opportunity to jump into SQQQ. All right, and we've crossed over the 20-day moving average going upward. So we've had a crossover so it's going from 12 to 1448. Okay, so again, we don't know how far this may go, but as long as this is trending downward, this will be trending upward. I just wanted to add a little bit of value. There are opportunities to make money when the market is going down. We just have to know where. And so SH and SQQ are great places, great vehicles to make money in a down market. All right. Now, I hope that video added a little bit of value to you. Now, if it did, man, please leave a like. If this is your first time checking me out, hit the subscribe button and keep coming back for more wealth building information. Peace.